All right, what's going on, everybody? Alex is back, becoming quite the regular in my videos.
Yep.
I just can't get rid of him.
Nope.
Actually, I totally dragged him along on this hike.
Yeah, that was all you.
He didn't want to go very much, but I forced him. But anyway, we're in Red Rocks Park in Morrison, Colorado, right after a nice little snowstorm that came through Denver and the mountains and everything. And we're gonna try to head up to Mount Morrison today. It's the tallest point in the park. It's almost 8,000 feet, and this hike is pretty difficult. It's only a mile and a half to the summit, but it's got 1,800 feet of elevation gain and even some class 3 scrambling at the end. So it's gonna be pretty intense, but I think it'll be a fun time. Getting a good view of Red Rocks already. And so far the trail is steep and muddy and slushy.
Yep. Even with micro spikes.
Yeah, micro spikes are only helping out a little bit. Still better than not having them now. All right, well, making our way up the trail, probably at least halfway or a little more. Gone up quite a bit. Still getting great views of Red Rocks Park down there. And now getting a good view to downtown Denver as well, which looks pretty cool today after this fresh snowfall. Happy times.
Good stuff. I'm having fun. I'm having fun.
This is fun.
This is fun. I'm having fun.
Well, we're about to have even more fun because we got to go basically just follow this path of the power lines like straight up. So that's pretty steep. And that's not the top up there, I don't think, because I know there's a class 3 section. I don't know exactly where that starts, but we will find out soon, because we shouldn't have much more than half a mile to go. All right, guys, so we made it up to this little flat section, about the only flat section on the trail. Getting some views on the other side now, which are fucking awesome. And I think that that's the summit right there. Can't be sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the summit up there. There's some people going up and coming down from there, so. But we definitely got some more steep climbing to do to get up there. But all this snow is making it look really cool out here. Okay, everyone, we made it up on top of the ridge, and now we got a view to the west. It's pretty socked in though, but getting a great view of Bear Creek Canyon down there. And that's the rest of the route up to the top. I can't really tell where the top is from here, but we're not that far away, and that rock scrambling section should be coming up pretty soon, which I know Alex is super pumped about.
Having fun. This is fun.
This is fun. Quit your bitching. All right, so we're directly above Red Rocks Park now. There's all Denver area to the east. And the views to the west, they're good, but they're not as good as they could be. It's just very cloudy in that direction, still snowing in some places up there. But we're on a flatter section of trail now, but we do got to get up there. That's I thought it was back there, but it's actually up here, and you can see it's socked in up at the top. So all right, guys, getting a perfect view down to the amphitheater from here. Really cool. You could totally just hike up here and watch a show. You wouldn't be able to hear anything, but you know.
You know how many basic ass bitches go to Red Rocks?
A lot, but I mean, you can see there's like hundreds of people down there. Even in the middle of January, right after a snowstorm. But not a lot of people up here. I'm just saying though, you can come up here at night before a show starts. Just kick it up here and watch the show. All right, guys, we're getting close to the final push. That is definitely the top up there. All right, so I'm officially on the class 3 section. You can see, just did a class 3 move up that. And also, Alex is down there. He turned around, but it's because this lady that we passed by earlier, her dog, I guess ran away from her and ran back up the trail. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I actually had to pause the video for a second because so Alex was taking this lady's dog back to her. She's kind of running up the trail as fast as she can to try to meet him, but he just took off running from Alex. So now I don't really know what's going on. I can't really see anymore, but he just took off running down the trail again. But at least he's staying on the trail, so hopefully he'll get reunited with his owner pretty soon. It's a cute dog. His name's Rango. But anyway, I ditched my trekking poles a little ways back because they're just kind of a hindrance at this point. But I got to get up there. It is not going to be easy. All right, guys. Well, guess who made it solo to the summit of Mount Morrison? 7,000. It's about 7,855 feet up here. And look at the views. It is incredible. There's downtown Denver. Now that the clouds have cleared up, getting an excellent view to the east. Red Rocks Park down there. Get some amazing views of Red Rocks from the trail, especially that ridge walk section. And then over there, views to the south and the west are just spectacular. Bear Creek Canyon down there, Tremont Mountain off in the distance out there, and it's very socked into the west. Still some snow. Gonna be snowing most of the day up there in the mountains. But what a fantastic foothills peak. This is really cool. And I'm the only one up here because my hiking partner bailed on me. But it was for good reason though. Although, between you and me, he wouldn't have gotten up here anyway. He was trying to turn around for a while at that point, and Rango was his excuse. But honestly, I couldn't fault anyone for turning around on this mountain. It is very difficult. I'd say it's more than a mile and a half or 1.6 miles. That's what it says on all trails, but I think it's more like a little over 2 miles to the summit. And that last pitch is pretty rough, especially the class 3 moves that you have to do. It's not like super intense class 3, but there are a couple of class 3 moves that you have to do that are sketchy, and especially when it's covered in snow and ice, that makes it even sketchier. So if you come up here after a snowstorm like this, please bring microspikes. You are really going to need them. Every single person that I encountered on the way that was heading down that didn't have microspikes did not make it to the summit. But man, it's incredible. I'm gonna enjoy it up here for a few minutes before I start heading back down. Have a little snack, drink some water. It is really incredible up here, guys. Views for miles up here. Like I said, the views to the west are pretty obstructed, but it is very cool nonetheless. All right, guys, I am heading down off the summit, and I'm gonna be getting back to that class 3 rock scramble pretty soon here. And it's definitely gonna be tough getting down that for sure. With all the snow and ice, gonna have to be super careful. But after I cut the video off at the summit, there was actually 4 other people that came up, and 2 of them are still up there, but the other 2 actually headed back down before I did. So hey, if they can do it, so can I. But I'm going to cut it off for a second because it's getting really steep here, and I don't want to be holding the phone while I'm trying to navigate this really steep, snowy section of trail. But I just cannot get over how beautiful the views are today after all this snow. It is just incredible. But anyway, I'll get back to you guys a little further down. Well, here's one of those class 3 pitches I was telling you about. Up here to the left, right on this icy, snow-covered rock. Very steep. And then I gotta basically go straight down that. So there's this, what I'm on right now, this is definitely a class 3 section. And then after that, there's a little bit of class 2, and then one more class 3, 1 or 2 more class 3 moves that I have to make. And then from there, it's all just class 2 steep downhill. Gotta be real careful here though, especially with all this snow and ice. It gets pretty sketchy for sure. But the one thing I enjoy about Mount Morrison is that there's minimal exposure. Like if you do fall, it'll hurt, but it probably won't kill you. So at least I can say that. At least I have those views to look at while I'm doing this scrambling down. All right, well, that was the last little class 3 pitch. And from here on out, it's all very steep, but it's all class 2. Difficult class 2 in some spots, but class 2 nonetheless from here to the trailhead. What an awesome hike though. Man, look at that view of downtown Denver now. Really cool now that the sun's starting to set. It is getting pretty late. It's about 4:30 right now, almost 4:30, and I'm rejoined with the area where you were hiking along next to the power lines. They're right here. So basically, just more or less following the path of the power lines across that flat part, and then down one more steep section before getting back to the trailhead. And Alex is already back down there waiting for me in the car, so shouldn't be too much longer now. Hopefully only another 15 minutes or so. All right, guys, well, I made it back down to the trailhead. That was an awesome hike. It is not easy by any means. If you're going to come up here to Mount Morrison, especially after a snow like this, bring the trekking poles, bring the micro spikes, and be ready for quite the adventure. It took me about 3.5 hours to do that, so even though it says 1.6 miles, like I said, I think it's a little bit longer than that. And with how steep it is and the rock scramble at the end, you got to take your time. But it's totally worth it. The views on the trail and the views at the summit are like to die for. Some of the best I've ever seen of any of the foothills peaks that I've done, for sure. And really close by Denver, right here in Red Rocks Park. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And be on the lookout. I'll continually post more videos and have a lot more fun this winter. So have a good one, guys.